Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight for Worship Wednesday. And we're doing a new song that maybe you aren't super familiar with, but it's one that we did on Sunday. My daughter Paige sang in it, and she's going to sing in it again this evening. The song is called Let the Light In. And the beginning verse of the song says this: "It's time for the sleeper to wake. It's time for the old winds to change. I hear the Spirit say it's time. It's time for the dead man to rise. It's time for the great light to shine. I hear the Spirit say, it's time." If we read from Ephesians chapter 5, verse 13 and 14, it says, "But when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. For anything that becomes visible is light. Therefore, it says, awake, O sleeper, and arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you." So often we get trapped in the homes of our hearts where we've closed the shutters and drawn the blinds, and we've forgotten what it looks like to have the warmth of the light of Christ shine into those dark places. And often when we're trapped and we're stuck in those dark places, we often forget very quickly the state of which things have declined to. We don't realize just what we've been embroiled in, the clutter, the mess, the chaos, because we haven't taken an opportunity to open those shutters, to lift those blinds, and let the light of Christ expose what's going on. We're afraid, we don't want the mess to be seen. But here's the deal. Christ comes into our lives where we're at, in the state that we're in, regardless of how bad it may seem or appear or smell. And the fascinating thing is he sees us where we're at, but he never leaves us where we're at. So church, this evening, I would actually encourage you to open up those shutters of the home of your heart, to lift up those blinds that have been cutting off the light shining in. And sure, you know what, you might see for the first time the state of which things are really in, but living in truth trumps living in fear. And when you can see where things are at, you can start dealing with them. So this evening, I would encourage you to open up the window and let the light in. I would encourage you that where you were once dead, it's time to rise. So let the worship team lead you through this one tonight, and I encourage you to stand, to praise, to reflect, to give thanks, and open up those windows. God bless you.
Why don't we just welcome his presence into this place today? We're going to sing a new song for you guys this morning. I just want you to posture your hearts, because I believe that there's a lot of people here that God's trying to speak to. So why don't you just hold your hands out like this if you feel comfortable.
change, and I hear the Spirit say it's time. It's time for the dead man to rise. It's time for the great light to shine, and I hear the Spirit say it's time. Fling wide you heavenly gates, let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in, come right in on your people's praise. Let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in. Sing it's time. It's time for the sleeper to wake. It's time for the old winds to change, and I hear the Spirit say it's time. It's time for the dead man to rise. It's time for the great light to shine. I hear the Spirit say it's time. Oh. Fling wide you heavenly gates, let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in, come right in on your people's praise. Let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in, fling wide you heavenly gates, let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in, come right in on your people's praise. Let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in.
Okay, we want you to sing this with us. With all your heart. And we want you to believe it, okay? Here we go.
Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Let the light in, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Let the light in. Declare it, church. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Let the light in. Sing it again. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Let the light in. Let's go. Light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Let the light in. Fling wide you heavenly gates, let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in, come right in on your people's praise. Let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in, swing wide you heavenly gates, let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in, come right in on your people's praise. Let the King of glory in, let the King of glory in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light in. Open up the windows, let the light our people's praise. Let the King of glory in. Let the King of